W's and L's, the weekly
There
recap
you
show
go.
where we give a dub to the things that we like and an L to the things that we don't.
Yeah.
And for me going first again, you're going first twice.
That's crazy.
Yeah,
I don't
okay.
think I can do that.
I like that.
I don't think I
All right,
can
let's
do that.
let's start off with my L's. So, Kai Cenat just wrapped up his Mafia-thon where he got the record for, Twitch subscribers, which is dope. Had a lot of things happen throughout his Mafia-thon. A lot of things that I actually liked and tuned in for. But one thing I did not tune in for, which I'm a little upset I didn't, but his Thanksgiving with Druski and Kevin Hart. I don't know if you saw that where they had a whole Thanksgiving thing set up.
Highlights. I never sit down and actually watch the stuff. So.
Yeah, okay, fair enough. So I'm giving my L in this case to not only Druski, but I'm also giving an L to this kid's mom. So during this Thanksgiving event, Druski basically called this kid fat, like a little 8-year-old kid.
What?
He basically fat shamed a little 8-year-old kid during
It's
this
a girl or a boy?
boy.
Oh, that's valid. He can
That's valid.
He can call him. He can call him fat. He's
Okay.
a little boy.
He's a little boy. He's a little.
He's
pudgy.
8
He's
years old.
A little chubby. Little.
Was
boy.
he like really hurtful about it? He was like, "Hey, you a little tubby." He's fat. Drewski's fat. He can
Right.
call a fat 8-year-old fat.
As a fat man, can you call a fat boy?
Yes.
You
Come
can
on,
say-
man. We getting too. Look.
You can say husky. You can say chubby. I feel like
Was he bullying
Fat.
him, or did he tell him like,
It
"Hey,
was-
you a fat boy like me"?
it was borderline. We'll say that. It wasn't like direct. Like,
I think I need to see a replay. Show me the footage.
all right, hold on. Let me see if I can pull it up.
I feel like a fat man should be able to call a fat kid fat
Fat
in
recognized
a playful
fat.
way. Yeah.
Like, I feel like there's ways
As long
that
as
you
it's
can
not like
do that,
blatant bullying, you know.
but I just thought it was a little much.
What's your name, little? Wednesday? Not you, nigga. I'm talking about the little fat. Yo, come on, bro. Come on. Fat yo. Y'all been saying that to me all night. Everybody call me the all night, but I can't call the other little fat the little fat.
Black hands real
Man, y'all wrong. Out of here.
No, come
Y'all
on.
want to have fat phobia when it comes to the kid, but not me?
He's like the
Nigga, what about me?
Yeah, like he kind of goes.
All right,
in.
yeah,
Like, it's
he
not.
going in a lot. But okay, first of all, now that I've seen the setup and I understand, I can ascertain what's actually going on,
You got the context.
and that
now.
this wasn't real, right?
No, sure.
What is this little boy doing here? If you don't want him around them cussing, doing inappropriate stuff, why is he on the live stream with Kai Cenat?
Okay, you're leading into what I was.
Now I
giving the
feel
other person
even
an L for.
less worse about him being called fat.
No, you're
Why is he
leading
there?
into who I'm giving the L to next.
Yo,
but
it's mommy. Got to be mommy.
okay.
You brought him in here with these comedians, these performers.
You don't even know the half.
Literally, they in there to tell jokes and be funny. And you just brought your kid in the middle of it like it's about to be some wholesome entertainment. You need to start checking out where you going.
Okay, so the reason the kid was there is because he was acting out a part of the Addams family, and there is a little chubby kid in the Addams family.
He was
obviously
Pugsley?
there being.
He was Pugsley. Pugsley is fat.
Okay,
Okay?
Understandable.
Pugsley is
Completely
he's
understandable.
a husky boy.
completely understandable. And so obviously after that little small mini tirade that Druski went on, the mom came out and basically started trying to bully him for calling her kid fat. And it's just like, ma'am, why did you allow your son into this situation knowing that Druski is a killer? And some of these guys are just going to be riffing off of anybody in that situation.
Why is your son on the AMP stream if you are not
okay
with what's about to happen? Right, yeah. If you're not down with what's about to happen, why is he here?
And knowing you got paid for that situation. Like, you got paid to put your kid in that
now
situation.
I understand why Druski called him a fat motherfucker. Like, what is he sitting here for? Why is he here?
So, I mean, I do give a slight L to Druski because I think he went in a little bit too much.
I don't know, man.
I actually thought the kid, if anybody knows the Rizzler from TikTok, I thought the kid was him. And then in that case, I feel like if
you watch his skits on the Never Been Record shit, that's basically all he ever does is make fun of people the same way.
More bullying.
Why would you ever have your son, your adolescent son, in the same room with him while they creating content?
You know what I think it is? She also wants clout.
Yes, absolutely. And she's just mad because her son got eaten up instead of her.
And so putting your son out there to get further ridiculed now that he's in this situation
my God.
is even worse. So she deserves probably a double L. She deserves double the L that Druski got at the very least. because that's insane. You're putting your son in this crazy situation for seemingly nothing. For a clip that probably would have otherwise gotten looked over. Yeah, he probably would have got bullied maybe a little bit, but I think she was doing that for clout. Because then she called him, she like fat shamed him too. It was just like, all right. So you're mad at him for fat shaming your son, but then you're out here fat shaming him.
Fat shaming. Yeah.
A little much. Okay. My next L is going to Jack Harlow. So,
you mean Young Elvis?
Yes, I'm talking about Young Elvis. So I guess before I get into this, I've received information, or I've looked up information that he may have been singing the Elvis songs to his grandmother, as like a little dedication to her, I guess. Mm-hmm. But that still doesn't stop this conversation that I'm going to have. So obviously we've been kind of treading around this conversation of artists who use hip hop and then move on to some other shit. We seen Miley Cyrus with the 23 jersey and twerking on everybody in the vicinity just for her to kind of even denounce hip hop at some level.
Oh, like Justin Bieber.
Justin Bieber did the same thing, even though Justin Bieber came back and did songs
Who else
with Don
does
Toliver.
that?
Katy Perry has done it multiple
Perry.
times. Gwen Stefani came out with Holla Back Girl, and now she don't do shit with hip hop either.
I don't think I heard another Gwen Stefani song after Holla Back Girl.
If she does, it's rock music.
What about Fergie? Does Fergie still make music?
Fergie. The last time I even seen Fergie was the
Hit it, Fergie.
No, the national anthem that she did that everybody laughed at.
You mean when at the Warriors game? That's hilarious.
No, the All-Star game.
All-Star game. That's what it was.
That's crazy that there was so many Warriors All-Stars that you thought it was a
Warriors game.
That's crazy. And it's not just women either. It's very clearly men do it as well. We talk about Post Malone all the time on this channel for doing the same exact thing. And even Tommy Richmond to some level tried to distance himself from hip hop.
I ain't never represent, baby.
It's like, bro, you're clearly making black music. But anyway, the latest person seemingly is Jack Harlow trying to see his way kind of out of hip hop. At what level do we start to gatekeep and keep them out of this?
Well, why is he seeing his way out of hip hop? Why are you saying that? What happened?
Well, it doesn't seem like anything he's doing is gaining much traction as of the last song he had, which was the Chains and Whips bullshit.
Does this have anything to do with the fact that he was doing a rendition of Falling in Love with You, the Elvis song?
Or no, that's what prompted this. Is the fact that he was singing the Elvis songs. Now, whether or not that was to his grandmother, that is what it is. Apparently, he was doing rap songs, and then he did those two for his grandmother.
I think it's very fitting that he was singing the lyrics of
I was
about to say a former co-opter.
Yeah.
A colonizer. A colonizer across generations.
Yeah.
I never expected anything different from Jack Harlow. So
I didn't either, but at what point, and especially Jack Harlow.
I put him in the same box as Tommy Doman, and you and Pert was trying to fight me over Tommy Doman. Oh, no, Tommy Doman cool. Tommy Richmond, Tommy Doman. Tommy Doman is our punter. Shout out to Tommy Doman,
crazy.
too.
That's crazy. Yeah, no, I'm okay with, you know what? I can't make those two arguments. I was going to say I'm okay with the song, but then I can't be okay with wanting to listen to the song, but then gatekeep at the same time. Like, I can't. And so I guess at what level should we just start gatekeeping all of them out? Because they're just using it to get to their next level.
Now.
Huh?
Let's just gatekeep now. Let's just
completely gatekeep hip hop to black people.
Yep, I'm already there.
But then you won't ever get a Mac Miller.
Oh, we have enough of those. We've had our fill. We had Eminem and Mac Miller. We had enough.
We just go back to listen to Eminem and Mac Miller and then leave everything else.
For every Mac Miller, there is a Vanilla Ice.
And then on top of that, oh my God, the latest Eminem music just hasn't. Ugh. So, yeah, maybe we just need to go ahead and keep up the floodgates and keep them out.
How do you actually gatekeep? I would say don't promote or
don't
listen
support.
to. Yeah, don't support the ones that don't fit.
So even though there's a Tommy Richmond bop out there, just don't fuck with it.
Don't fuck with it.
Don't fuck with it.
Sing it quietly by yourself in your bathroom. Don't play it nowhere.
Crazy. Yeah, you can't stream it though. You absolutely cannot stream it.
You got to learn the word. Here, yeah, you want to support one of them songs, you got to learn the words and you got to sing it to yourself.
That's crazy.
That'll keep you from supporting for sure.
Or maybe we can start making black covers of those songs and make those go popular. Start streaming those.
Isn't
A
that
black
what they
person
do?
just covers the song and then
Takes
turns it
off.
up. I don't know. There's got to be a way to do it successfully because this is getting ridiculous. Okay. I don't know too much about this news, but I saw it. I'm giving an L to Ja Rule.
Who would I be without my baby?
He is continuing the trend of Americans starting schools over in Africa. Apparently, Ja Rule is starting a beautiful school in Ghana. What is this?
A tax evasion scheme.
I was going to say, is this some kind of tax
money
evasion?
laundering.
I hate it.
It's probably through the Firefest boys. Listen,
Yo.
I am tired of y'all in this. I'ma create something in Africa. Ask people, where did you grow up? Where'd you go to high school? Where do the young siblings or young family members, your nieces, nephews, cousins, where do they go to school? Where do they get their education?
In the inner city?
It is not that there isn't a need for infrastructure in Africa or in Ghana or Kenya or Nigeria or Sudan, right? But Ja Rule, you Black American, right?
You from
like
New
you
York.
from New York.
New York.
I know it's some New Yorkers from where you from that can use a new school. Guarantee it. Shot in the dark, have no clue what borough you're from, but if I just point to a map and I get your home, I bet that place needs a school.
Or that school needs funding desperately.
But we not gonna be able to tax write off a bunch of stuff. The building materials not gonna be pennies on the dollar compared to. I'm not gonna be able to have dual citizenship in the place. I'm not gonna have, a buddy relationship with the government.
I hate it. I just hate
I'm
it
tired of
all.
y'all, and that's faux activism. Now, when you talk about somebody doing faux activism, I'm gonna start a school in Africa. Is the cleanest money laundering scheme there has been.
It is, because how do you argue that? How do you say no, fuck that shit?
And nobody goes back to check on the schools. We ain't seen no footage of Oprah's school in decades. We don't know what's going on with them girls. We have no clue what's going on there.
Footage here in America, like Dr. Umar's.
Like Oprah is from Chicago, fam.
Facts.
She's from the south side of Chicago.
Yeah.
You know damn well she could put a fucking school in the south side of Chicago.
They probably need it.
Maybe she don't let me speak out of side of my mouth. Maybe she got a school in Chicago.
No, she could.
I'm just saying, for every light bulb, for every chalkboard that you put in another country where you are actually probably just enriching yourself in some schemish way, it's probably just taken from the mouths of people who are a lot closer to you that you could be doing with. Like they're I don't know. That's just how I feel about it. It's weird.
First of all, we gotta stop exploiting Africa's. Like, obviously these guys are saying that they're starting schools, but then that makes me think of the whole Tiffany Haddish situation. She's clearly exploiting Africa for her own personal benefits as well. So
Umar's school is a state of mind.
That's funny. That's hilarious. All right, my last dub is going to none other than Nelly. Gotta give a dub out to Nelly for the simple fact that I remember seeing bro in the verses between Ja Rule and Fat Joe, and Ashanti was singing songs for both sides. It was a great moment, but an even greater moment was when Ashanti went over to Nelly and gave him a hug, and it was like, oh, great, all things are well with that relationship. You know what Nelly did since then?
He proposed to her, right?
He put a ring on it and is having 2 children with her. He's on his 2nd child already. Man, he works fast when he wants to work.
Wait, 2nd child? They had 2 babies already?
They already had a kid, and now they're expecting a 2nd child.
GD, he making up for lost time. They should have never broke
I
up
don't
in the
know
first
what
place.
he did to cause them to break up. Obviously, a lot of people say it was cheating. But man, he
Making
sent
up
her
for
that text.
lost time.
He sent her that text after that
What's
and
so-
worked fast since then.
What's so funny is they both used to talk like that. Oh, well, I'm not going to be in a relationship and I'm just chilling and I can't find nobody, blah, 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 blah. Got together and immediately did the homesteader shit. Immediately.
Yeah, no, it's a fact. That is a fact.
Yeah, venture away from the, let's hate on DDG and Haley Bailey conversations. Venture away from the oh, Jonathan Majors and Megan Good's relationship is fake, and get on some of that. Get on some Nelly Ashanti energy.
Hey, man, sometimes you just got to take them back. And it seems to be working for Ashanti. Very much so. Because she is happily in love. They are in that love where they are going out in matching costumes together. It at that point, you're in it together forever. You're in it to win it.
My turn?
Shout out to Black Love.
Shout out to Black Love.
Yeah, it's your turn.
All right. I'm going to start out with the L's.
Damn it.
Yeah.
Damn it.
Yeah.
Start off with the dubs.
Kamala is getting my next L. Do you know that she's already floating a 2028 run?
No, she's not.
She is.
No,
She's already floating a 2028 run.
Ma'am, you're in debt at this point right now. What are you talking about?
You in debt. The primary that you actually ran in 2020, you got ran up through.
Facts.
Right? They tried to implant you as the nominee and get you voted in, and that didn't work. Yeah, it's the Drake energy, man. It's arrogance. It's got to be arrogance.
We only even accepted you for 2024 because it was get Trump the fuck out of here. If there ain't no Trump,
now you think that you gonna run from scratch and win? Fam, we tried this in 2020.
Absolutely not.
We already tried this.
And not only is there a different opposition on the other side, you got to fight through Democratic candidates
who now believe that you absolutely cannot do it, like positively cannot do it. They put millions of dollars behind you, and you pooped your pants.
Oh no, dog! Get the fuck up out of here.
I don't think so.
Pay back those debts.
I don't think
Fight
2028
Jake Paul now.
I don't think that's in your future.
Fight Jake Paul for that $20 million right now.
Kamala needs to fight her for that $20 million.
She needs the money.
That's insane.
She needs the $20 million. So that's how she gets her $20 million.
I'm not suggesting that she fight for $20 million.
No, she has to get in the ring for the $20 million. She doesn't have to fight Jake Paul though. I got to figure out who she can fight.
Yeah. Anywho,
she can fight one of the girls who was in the fight before Jake Paul and Mike Tyson. Oh, that'd be bad. That'd be real bad.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. I got caught in the comments here. I'm giving an L out to Gen Z.
Yeah, they deserve it.
You don't even know why. You don't even know why.
Whatever they did.
There was a poll that was taken where it was asking about living expenses. How much money would you need to make to feel like you were financially stable? This was like one of those post-election polls. I'm
already afraid.
And so they separated the answers by generations, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I think who is behind us? Gen X is behind millennials.
Gen X is I think right.
Gen X was like $200,000. Boomers were like, give me like a clean 90.
This is to live comfortable,
like to be financially stable, to where you don't have to worry about your bills or out of pocket expense that comes unexpected, something like that.
And this is not a year. This is like a lump sum.
No. This is like your yearly salary.
Okay,
this is what they're putting.
Got it.
So Gen X had about 200K. Boomers were about 90.
Mm-hmm.
Millennials were happier about 250K. Do y'all want to know what Gen Z believes is comfortable to live with, financially stable?
Before you answer, I've seen enough interview clips outside of bars where women try to say what they need to be comfortable with a man to date them. So I know.
So you know it's going to shit, right?
Terrible.
Just remind you, the oldest generation, so the generation who's supposed to be in the I don't have to worry about finances generation, 90K.
Yeah.
Right? They've had the most accurate amount of time to gauge how much you need. You know what I'm saying?
And I'll even be fair. Like, I think they got their houses paid off.
I was about to say, they've seen multiple economies.
Now.
They've seen it at its worst. They've seen it at its best.
250 is like, I'm paying off my student debt. I'm paying off my home.
So what do you think Gen Z thinks is financially stable?
It was $1 million plus.
Oh no, you're overselling it. It wasn't $1 million.
Oh wow.
It wasn't $1 million. Not quite $1 million.
750,000.
Closer.
500,000.
$600,000 is what they believe is financially stable.
Yeah, to feel financially stable, I need a Bentley.
I need
in my
$500,000 a year.
I think it's funny that they're out here basically saying, I need a Bentley and I need a huge mansion to pay off. That's all Gen Zers are doing. That's all that is.
Next L I got is going out to Matt Gaetz. Matt Gaetz is getting
L.
it. Did I give him a dub?
No.
I'm sorry.
I think you said L.
Did I say L? Sure. Yeah. Next L. So I'm giving out to Matt Gaetz. So of all of the craziness that did get pushed through or is probably going to get pushed through Trump's cabinet, Linda McMahon, Elon Musk, RFK.
RFK is nuts.
Vivek Ramaswamy, Tulsi Gabbard. The one person who couldn't make it even to be considered to even get to a hearing is Matt Gaetz. Is that Mr. Hump Your Couch himself? Is that the same guy?
No, that's JD
That's
Vance.
JD Vance. JD Vance humps the couches. No, this is the trafficker. This is the sex trafficker.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. He's trafficking 17-year-old girls. So on the day that he got announced was the day that the Republicans blocked his their findings from the the hearings that they were having over his allegations. They blocked it, so it didn't come out. So it looked like he was going to get confirmed, that they was going to push him through. And then, internet did its thing. They continued to drag him down. I think Trump cut bait. And now Matt Gaetz is no longer going to be the Attorney General of the United States. Not even going to be considered. Oh, darn. A child predator can't be Attorney General.
Yeah, no, that's
darn
a win. It's too bad that we've got a admitted heroin user to be the head of the FDA, but...
No, that's crazy.
No, literally RFK said that him using heroin made him a good student. I was going to give him L for that, but I forgot about it.
He is doing cameos now. Thank you for that, Steve. He's doing cameos.
Matt Gaetz is?
Yes.
Maybe I'll get you a Matt Gaetz cameo.
I think
for your
somebody
birthday.
saw that he was doing cameos and tried to send him some, and he started canceling them.
Of course he would.
He did one for somebody's mom or something like that. I don't know.
Yeah, no, RFK is insane. And him being a heroin user. I just found that out, so if I'm mentioning it a lot, it's insane to me.
Let's get on over to my last L, and then we'll switch over to these dubs. Roland Martin gets an L from me.
Okay.
So amongst many, right? Because we talked about some of them already. We talked about how, Taylor Swift and Oprah and Meg Thee Stallion, all of them got cut checks. But what about the people who are interviewing the presidential candidates? What about the people who are just lending their platform to the candidates to, say their piece, to make their pitch to the American people, to the American electorate? What do you think their contribution to the campaign was? What do you think that they had to give to Kamala Harris to get that interview, to get that access?
Wait, so she's not just using them for their respective platforms?
Well, there's some sort of payola going on somewhere, right? Too much money changing hands for
so
it to
I
be
have
one
to
win.
give you money and my platform.
What do
you're sticking me up twice.
You're kind of ruining the setup
by
not answering the question. It's okay.
Well, I know, because I can't even fathom what I would have to pay a potential presidential candidate on top of.
That's why I'm saying it's ruining it, because in my mind, the platform would pay for the access, and not the presidential candidate paying the platform. And that's what happened here. They cut Roland Martin and Al Sharpton checks for $350,000
No, I don't like that.
for the interviews that they gave Kamala Harris.
I don't like that.
And spun it off as advertisement dollars.
No, it's not advertising.
First of all, don't you ever take $350,000 from somebody and then preach to me on why I should vote for them. Like, you are the most corrupt, biased individual there possibly could be. You don't think that it's worth noting that you just took more than $250,000 from this person to give this interview? You don't think that's worth noting, that you're selling advertising space, as you put it, to the person you're interviewing?
Literally, if you're paid for that, don't you have to disclose it anyway?
So it did get disclosed, but again, the backlogs of this shit is so that it comes out after the election. So now we're knowing about it now, how she spent all this money.
Trash.
And one of the expenditures was $350K to Al Sharpton, $350K to Roland Martin. So the next time, I beg of you, black folks, when we roll around in election time, we know who the damn pariahs is. Jim Clyburn, the all knowledgeable black man from South Carolina, he told us to vote for Joe back in 2020. The man has Parkinson's now. Okay. He, Roland Martin, D.L. Hughley, Al Sharpton, they all took checks from Harris to say what they said. All them boohoo tears they was crying. All you black man, you wanted to be white, not voting for all of that BS that was paid for. Checks. That's why they was going so hard. So I beg of you, the next time it's time to do this, hold her ass to the fire so that she knows that, oh, you ain't black if you don't vote for me. BS is not going to work. So that they all know that. Because the last...
They're going to try in 2028.
Yeah, man, stop listening to these folks. Stop listening to Al Sharpton. Stop listening to Roland Martin. They don't have your best interest at heart. They have their wallet at heart.
That's so crazy.
You're not about to sit up here and tell me you're making an objective opinion about what should happen in an election and the person that you're advocating for is paying you
$500,000 almost.
Shut up. Shut up. Advertisement dollars. That's some expensive ass advertisement.
That is.
For some shit that ain't on network television now.
It's on YouTube.
Goddamn YouTube channel. $350,000. Are you out of your mind?
Damn, get our subscribers up so we can have Kamala on for $500,000.
Like, bro, do you think you Joe Rogan?
I will gladly interview Kamala myself if he won't do it for $500,000.
I have a hard time thinking Joe Rogan would have asked her for $350,000. That sounds like I'm exploiting the situation to me.
That's corrupt as shit.
Like maybe you take a fee for putting on the production if you're going to use my studio or something like that. $350,000?
I mean, Marte, if that's the case, then dub to Sean Evans for denying the Kamala Harris episode for Hot Ones.
What happened?
He said Sean Evans and Hot Ones denied Kamala Harris an episode.
They must not have got offered $350.
That's
They must not have got offered $350.
Y'all should have heard what Jennifer Lewis said about black men on Stephen A. Smith podcast show.
Oh, I believe you. I believe you.
Al Sharpton looks like a Martian from Mars Attack.
Did y'all know Al Sharpton was a government informant?
I feel like I've heard that.
Al Sharpton was a fed, y'all. Stop listening to people like that.
Sharpton Gunna
all right,
here.
let's get to Sharpton and Gunna is crazy. On to the dubs. I'm giving a dub out to the ICC, the International Criminal Court, for officially issuing warrants for one Benjamin Netanyahu and former former Defense Secretary Ben-Gvir. They are now wanted war criminals internationally. Now there are only like 17 countries that are standing by this and that claim that they will arrest Benjamin Netanyahu if he travels to their country, and one of them happens to be our neighbor to the north, led by Mr. Justin Trudeau in Canada. So they say that if Benjamin Netanyahu is in Canada and Canadian sovereignty, that they will apprehend him. I don't know if he'll ever give them the chance to test that theory, but I'll keep my eye on it for sure. They were at least willing to say it, out loud, say the words. So,
two things for that. One, when you said ICC, my head said ICDC college.
So ICDC college.
Not sure why I did that. And then two, I saw somebody called Drake Aubrey Drake and Yahoo, and I thought that was the funniest thing in the world. I thought that was hilarious. Just throwing that out there.
Oh, I'm taking that. Aubrey Drake and Yahoo. Oh my God. Yep, that's mine now. Okay. Whew. What am I? I'm missing something. There was something I was supposed to get to. I can't quite put my finger on it. It's like, okay. Oh, yeah. Shout out to Team 145.
At least it wasn't.
Now, I know y'all wasn't about to let me get through this without talking about the game that happened yesterday. Yes, folks, for the 100 and some odd meeting between the age-old rivals, Michigan Wolverines, and the Ohio State Buckeyes, for the fourth year in a row, the Wolverines come out supreme. Ugh. That's why I'm suited up today like head coach Sharon Moore, Michigan legend, and Ryan Day's new daddy. Ryan Day's new papa.
I think he wants me to react, but I'm not acknowledging.
No, you don't have to react. It's okay. I got some shout outs. Shout out to Khalil Mullins. Shout out to Sharon Moore, of course. Shout out to Connor Stallions, who is a legend who shall go unnamed in the halls of Schembachler. But one day, dear boy, they will welcome you back.
I'll explain it after you get your shout out.
Okay, all right. Who else we got on the list? Davis Warren, you was there. You know what I'm saying? You did some things, and you won the game. Shout out to Davis Warren. What a glorious game, man. You don't, if you we got sports fans in the chat. You know what it's like to beat your rival. You know what it's like to beat them back to back. I don't know if there's many people out there that say they beat their rivals 4 years in a row.
Well, I've
you know what I'm saying? Well, we're not talking about you. You're a loser right now.
I've also felt that.
No. Any non-losers in the room that can feel that way right now.
Well, you would have lost.
And I was asking about other sports teams. We were saying non-college football related. Like if you're a Lakers and Celtics fan, if you're a Red Sox or Yankees fan, if you're a Cowboys or Eagles fan, Steelers, Browns, Bengals, Browns, Bengals, Steelers.
Browns. Well, no, because it still wouldn't have been in a row probably.
Why not? They play twice a season.
Yeah. Do you think they've run 4 in a row on
2 years? I think the Steelers absolutely have run off 4 in a row. So if you're a Steelers fan, you've run off 4 in a row versus the damn Browns for sure. You know what that feels like. Feels like domination.
It does, because I also know that feeling as well.
Man, no, you listen, Linda, honey, listen, please.
Throwing that out there.
Please. Those years are gone, sir. This was your year. This was your year to get right, to correct things, to put the shit back on course. And y'all didn't do it. You fell short. So now the next 10 are ours.
All right, I want to acknowledge this rivalry in the game one time right now. Congratulations to Michigan. There's no excuse for losing. They absolutely lost. It was straight up, so I don't want to hear anybody talking about any kind of cheating. Congratulations.
I'm not a sore winner. I'm just a winner.
The vest is a little much. But you're allowed to do it, I guess.
Nah, fits pretty snug.
Now, if, because it's a possibility, I don't care how much the percentage is.
He's about to shoot a shooting star, folks. Pay attention.
If we win a national championship.
It's not a possibility.
Just if. Mm-hmm. Am I allowed then to come here and wear some sort of Ohio State garb?
Well, you didn't beat. Okay, hi Hazel. You didn't beat the national champions, so, or we would have beaten the national champions. Mm-hmm. So I will take that.
Okay, all right.
I mean,
just wondering.
Now you can't clown me. You can clown the rest of college football.
Oh, sure.
You can't say shit to us.
Yeah, no, because we lost. But
yeah,
just wondering. I just wanted to make sure.
If you want to come on here and talk shit to the rest of college football, excluded Michigan, I will allow you as the king in the North to do so.
Or well, no, not just talking shit, but I'm allowed to wear my Ohio State get up.
Yeah, sure.
Cool.
As long as it's addressed to the rest of college football and not your father.
Yeah, no.
Okay. Cool.
Well, my father.
Moving on.
I have.
So my
father.
Last dub.
Don't let me quote Kyrie in here.
I know you have a father. I know you have a real father. I know him.
You do know my father.
I do.
You actually do know my father.
I actually do.
You do.
I know exactly who he is.
You do.
I do.
I hate this. And furthermore, I also hate the comments that I'm a real one, and I you know what it feels like? It feels like I'm a good boy. I'm one of the good ones. When people comment, they didn't do it in the chat. They're doing it on the other channels.
You are one of the good ones.
I hate that.
Yeah.
Stop it, Michigan fans, calling me a good one. It feels like when white people say, "Oh, you're one of the good blacks."
You wear it well.
I hate it.
You wear it well.
I hate it.
You're one of the clean ones.
It hurts inside.
You're so well spoken. So clean cut.
Other dubs?
Yeah, I got one more. Rico315 left a comment on our Drake and Lil Wayne video last week. And the comment goes, Drake is in denial so hard that I started calling him Egypt. Bust my gut. Laughed all over the floor because that joke hits for so many more reasons than even I think Reek knows. But I promised him I would give him a dub. He's getting a dub here.
Definitely worthy of it.
Appreciate you, Reek. If you're a new viewer, new subscriber, we definitely appreciate you. If not yet subscribed, go ahead and subscribe. Come back, follow us every week. We do these dubs and L's.
Yeah, big dub to that. Big dub to. We've been getting a little more views, so shout out to anybody who's a unique new viewer. Shout out to people who obviously have been returning quite a bit. Shout out to everybody in the chat. Shout out to literally just everybody who's been involved in some of the growth that we've been getting recently. So shout out to all of you. Dubs to all of you. And if you want to, we can do a dub for a comment every week at this point. Just to get some more comments from y'all.
That's cool with me.
But yeah, shout out to y'all.
Oh, and shout out to Ann Arbor.
What's that?
What's what?
What's Ann Arbor?
Oh, you know.
I don't know what that is.
Yep. Shout out to the whole Ann.
Shout out to the whole Ann.
Shout out to the whole 2A, baby.
Gross. Anyway, take us out on dubs.
Give us your dubs and nails. Put them in the prompt below. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe. Come back next week for another dubs and nails segment.
Absolutely. Make sure you check us out every Wednesday at 10 o'clock, where we obviously drop our W's and L's. And make sure you check out our playlist full of W's and L's, where we talk about previous weeks, see what we talked about then. Peace.